Hello and welcome to our October webinar. For this webinar, we're going to talk about some of the frequently asked questions we get quite frequently here at American Hydroponics. A lot of people want to know not just about growing crops, but also about how can we make money growing crops. Now, we say all the time, if you just want to get in this as a hobby, there are less expensive ways to do this. In fact, you could purchase a lot of the parts individually from a hardware store or a big box retail store and cobble together your own system. But if you want to make a profitable business, really want to make a go of hydroponic growing, then American Hydroponics is really going to help you out at that. Why don't we get into some of the questions? A lot of people visit our websites and they see our systems, and then they also see bundles, what we call bundles. What's the difference between a system and a bundle? Now, the system, the growing system that we manufacture and sell, and we've been manufacturing and selling these for well over 30 years, is this: the table frames, the channel, the plumbing, the pumps, the stock tanks, the reservoirs. All of that is a hydroponic NFT system. The bundles are what we have put together, the system with a greenhouse, with the correct environmental controls, with the lights. All of that can be bought as a bundle, all bundled together, that'll fit perfectly in your situation, in your geographical location. So a bundle includes a system and everything you need to grow. The system itself is what the plants grow in. So that's kind of the difference between a bundle and a system. A lot of questions on shipping. They go to our website and they put in the product they want, or it's a large growing system, and they say the shipping looks way out of whack. How can you help me with the shipping? Now, a lot of times if you buy just a small component of the system off our website, the computer will calculate what it costs to ship it from us in Northern California to you at your delivery address. For a larger system, you're going to have to go ahead and give us a call, because we get the best shipping for you, whatever company it is. Some people set up their own shipping, and so you have that option as well. If you have a buddy that wants to pick it up, we can do that as well. One of the questions we get quite a bit is training. Can you train me? Can you train my team? Yes, we can. We have several different ways to do that. And in fact, next week we have a seminar coming up, October 24th and 25th, next week. There's still room at that seminar. This is a great time for you to learn hydroponic growing. And you're going to come to this very greenhouse, this commercial greenhouse. We have NFT crops, we have vine crops, and you are going to learn everything about that. How to plant them, how to harvest them, how to pack them, how to clean the channel, everything about hydroponic growing. Now, if you can't come to one of our seminars, we have webinars monthly, and our next webinar is November 21st, and that's going to be how to identify market demand in your area. We typically try to do these webinars every third Thursday. So you can sign up for that, and the webinar will be sent directly to your email inbox. We have a YouTube channel that has all kinds of helpful videos, and in fact has these recorded webinars on it. So we do have lots of educational material. One of the best ways is to have one of our growing experts come to your farm and help you dial in your hydroponic growing system. We get a lot of questions about what our channel is made of. And our channel is the only hydroponic channel on the market that is made of HDPE, high density polyethylene. It's a very rigid, it's FDA approved for growing food, and it's a very rigid product, but a very durable product as well. We have growers that are using the same channel they purchased over 20 years ago, and that's not uncommon. I mean, the stuff just lasts and lasts and lasts. It's easy to clean, it's lightweight, it's easy to work with, it's a great product, and you can only get it from American Hydroponics. We get this question a lot: the difference between horizontal NFT growing and vertical growing. People, intuitively, they think, well, if I can grow up and down, if I can grow in in all this space, I can pack more into my greenhouse, right? Well, we have been round and round on this, and we actually have studied it quite extensively, and the simple fact is that you cannot grow more vertically than you can grow horizontally. When you grow vertically, you have to have space around the towers. You don't get the same quality of product growing on the top of the tower as you get on the bottom of the tower. So not all of that is going to be marketable. When you're growing horizontally, you get a great crop, a marketable crop all the way across. Plenty of airflow, plenty of room for the sunlight to come, and you don't always get that in vertical systems. So for the price, horizontal is a lot cheaper. For the price and for the quality of your produce, you're going to want to go horizontal. That's the simple fact. Vertical at this point just simply is not commercially viable. It simply doesn't work. We get some growers that call up and they say, hey, I want to grow hydroponically and I want to grow sugarcane, or I want to grow carrots, or I want to grow potatoes, I want to grow coffee beans, I want to grow mushrooms. And the short answer is yes, you can grow all those hydroponically. You can do it. Can you make money doing it? Probably not. Probably not. If you just want to try it out, you want to do it as a hobby, sure, have at it. Experiment, grow your own coffee beans, grow sugarcane, try it, and see what happens, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. But if you want to grow a commercially viable crop, you're probably not going to grow things like that. The commercially viable crops are going to be leafy greens, which you see set up here, and leafy greens include anything from lettuce to kale to chard to arugula, to herbs, to basil, all kinds, spinach, all kinds, anything that's leafy green. These crops are commercially viable. You can grow a beautiful head of lettuce in about 6 weeks. The other thing is vine crops. You can grow a number of vine crops hydroponically, and they do very well commercially. You can grow cucumbers and peppers and tomatoes, and those all people love hydroponically grown vine crops. So leafy greens and vine crops, you can grow those, you can sell those, you can make money growing those hydroponically. Question we get from time to time is, I'm a student learning about hydroponics. Where can I learn about hydroponics? Again, visit our website, visit our YouTube channel, come to one of our seminars, watch these webinars. We have lots of information out there about growing hydroponically. Order one of the books from us. Our books on our website, they seem expensive, but you're really not going to get them any cheaper on Amazon. Those are great resources for you. Check those out. There's lots of information out there about growing hydroponically. Do we sell greenhouses? We do not manufacture and sell greenhouses. We partner with greenhouse companies. We have very strong relationship with a West Coast greenhouse manufacturer, and that would be Agritech. We have a very strong relationship with an East Coast greenhouse manufacturer, and that would be Atlas. If you want to put a greenhouse on a rooftop, we have a great relationship with Nexus Greenhouses. We partner with a Canadian greenhouse company, Arnois. If you want to grow overseas, we have partnerships with greenhouse manufacturers overseas. So we do not manufacture the greenhouses, but we have strong relationships with all kinds of greenhouse manufacturers, and we will get you the correct greenhouse for your geographical location. Somebody writes in and is interested in crop yields for leafy greens or tomatoes. Crop yields depend upon the variety of crop you're growing, of course, and if you want to know in general what these crops will produce, you can find that on the bundled downloads. We have some very general information on that, but it's going to have to do a lot with your geographical location, the type of crop you're growing, what the climate is in your location of the world. Give us a call if you want specifics on crop yields, and we can help you out that way. How often should I water my plants in propagation? And we sell the propagation system with these systems. And typically what our growers do, our hydroponic growers will, they put it on a pulse watering, and they will water about 3 or 4 times in 24 hours for about 15 to 20 minutes each time. A lot of questions about EC and pH, and these are key if you want to be a successful hydroponic grower. You want the EC You don't want it too high so that it burns the plant. This is, when I talk about EC, I'm talking about electrical conductivity, and that's the concentration of the salts and minerals in your nutrient water. You don't want it so high that you're going to burn the plants, but you want it high enough so that your plants are receiving the proper nutrition so that they can grow. The pH is key as well. We can monitor those automatically so that those will stay consistent and at the right levels for your plants to grow. Somebody writes, I live in the desert. Will do your bundles work in very hot climate? Yes, and the same could be said about very cold climate. The climate wherever you are has to do with the type of greenhouse you purchase from us. If you are down in the southeast or southwest, so it's very hot, very humid, we can sell you the proper greenhouse to keep the crops cool enough to grow. If you're in the far north, like up in Canada, again, we can sell you the proper greenhouse, a more highly insulated greenhouse, so that your plants will be warm enough to grow through the winter. Don't just go out there and buy a greenhouse and then come to us and say, hey, I put a greenhouse up and now I want a system to go inside it. 9 times out of 10, what we find out is that it's the wrong greenhouse. So give us a call first. It's free. We can help you out. Call American Hydroponics. Do we offer financing? American Hydroponics does not offer financing, but we team with an outfit called Contain Financing. They provide financing for hydroponic growers. Market demand, and we're going to talk about markets next webinar in November, but this is always the most difficult thing for people is, how do I know what my market wants? We can't tell you that. We're in Northern California. If you want to put a greenhouse in Northern California, on the north coast of Northern California, we can help you with market there. But we simply don't know what the market's like in Salt Lake City, in Oklahoma City, in Duluth, Minnesota. We don't know what the market is. You're going to have to get out there, talk to the produce managers of your grocery stores. You're going to have to talk to the chefs at the restaurants. You're going to have to go to the farmers markets and find out what people are buying, what people want. A lot of times there's a large ethnic population, and they will want certain type of greens, and we can provide those. Like I said, you can grow just about any type of leafy green in our systems. Here's one last one. How much will a custom system, what does it cost to be designed? Our designers, our system designers can work with you. Give us a call. It doesn't cost you anything to initiate this and for us to get you an initial design. That does it for this October's webinar, but I want to remind you the next webinar is going to be November 21st, and that's a Thursday, the third Thursday of the month. This is going to be at 1 p.m., and we're going to talk about how to identify market demand in your area. So you'll want to tune into that. We have a seminar next week. There's still room at that seminar. We had a couple of people had to back out at the last minute. It's about a week and a half away. Our seminars are in Northern California, in Eureka, California, for the price of $695. 2 people can come, and that includes a hotel and breakfast and lunch. Call Maya at American Hydroponics right away. Now in 2020, as I said before, we have seminars in February, and that's going to be February 20th and 21st, Thursday and Friday. We have the next seminar in June of 2020, and that's going to be 25th and 26th, again, Thursday, Friday. And then a year from now in October of 2020, and that's going to be the 22nd and the 23rd. You can sign up for any of those, and we'll work you a great deal. Call Maya today if you're interested in one of our seminars. And also with our webinars, we always include a deal of the month, and this month the deal is on the small business plan. It is an Excel spreadsheet that has all of the inputs into it, and you can manipulate those inputs, and it will tell you what it is going to cost in your situation and what kind of profit you're going to have with your hydroponic farm. Along with that spreadsheet, we include an hour of consultation time with one of our growing experts, one of our business experts. That's the October webinar for you. I hope you had your question answered. If you didn't, as always, send us your question. We'll try to answer that, or we will send you an answer via email. For this webinar, I'm Paul with American Hydroponics. Have a great rest of the day.